Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to a reading for mid-January 2024. We're going to jump right in here. You have this card that says, even wisdom needs to rest. And you have this other card that says, could it be a dragonfly? So, could it be a dragonfly card? This is from the Dreamweaver Oracle, by the way. And, dragonflies are animals of illusions. Like, if you've ever looked through a dragonfly wing, it's kind of like iridescent. It has this, like, shimmery kind of like energy to it. And this first row is a little sketchy, I will say. And you have this past lover card here. I would definitely be careful of the past or a past person coming in for your life. The first row is your past position. So, I'm not too worried about having the Tower and, the Devil and Seven of Swords here. It just says that you have dealt with someone that could be like a liar, cheater, stealer or something like that. And, I feel it's like saying that you should obviously avoid that. I'm actually going to put these two together because they kind of came out together. So that's going to be that. But, anyway, I would be careful of a past person here. And they could just be an illusion, It might not even be that they are like real or anything like that. I also do feel that you should take some rest here, Cancer. You have that card that says even wisdom needs to rest. So it might be a good time for you to rest, relax, recover. See, this is a good reading. This sucks. I think that whatever you went through sucks, whatever you had to experience is not great. But I feel for a lot of you, maybe you dealt with a liar, cheater, stealer. I mean, there's no way around it. You have this past lover card. You go down to the Six of Cups here. I personally don't consider the Six of Cups to be an ex coming back, but it is interesting that it shows up here. So I would definitely be careful with this energy of a past person. The Tower I actually kind of see as a good thing because the Tower says you have changed. The Tower is about ignoring reality. The whole point of the Tower is that these people have been ignoring reality. They didn't see things for what they were. They got caught up in an illusion. And they kept building those walls up around them higher and higher so they wouldn't have to see reality. And then that's when it all came crashing down, right? So sometimes I think we ignore reality and ignore reality and ignore reality, and then things come crashing down and it hurts more, right? And so I feel like this is saying maybe that happened to you in a relationship. And so, again, it looks to me like you're rebuilding or already have. Like I said, the rest of the reading's amazing. I think this is just talking about something that happened. Again, I think the past person is still toxic. You even have the Tower on the bottom of the clarifying deck. How funny is that? Right there. So, I think this first row is pretty simple. I think it's saying that maybe you dealt with an illusion, even if this is not love, by the way. This could be something financial or where there was an illusion, or maybe you could also be hoping to move. By the way, sometimes I don't think the Tower is bad. Sometimes I think it's just a change. It is a drastic change, but it could just be a change. You have the Tower and this home card here, so you could just be moving. And that's basically all this is saying. So let's clarify through and see what is going on here. With the Seven of Swords, you have the World. I kind of like this actually because, this would tell me that you have closed out the cycle. In the Major Arcana, we go from the Fool to the World, and then we just start all over again as a Fool. And so this would really tell me that you are leaving, a toxic situation behind, or you have realized that a past situation is toxic. And again, it doesn't have to be love. This could be like a job or a business, or, it could be something else that you want to do. Like, I will tell you, right? When I was younger, I worked at Starbucks, and during this time that I had like a big business failure, right, where I was doing like nothing with my life, and I worked at Starbucks, but I really worked there since I was I think I started working there when I was 20, or I might have been 19. I really don't remember when I started working there, but I started working there, and I worked there for like many years, and then finally I started doing this, making more money. Then I started another business, and I started making more money. So then I quit. And I cannot tell you, for years, I literally had nightmares that my business failed again, and that I had to go back to work for Starbucks. Like, that was my nightmare, right? And, I kind of get that feeling here. I've never told that story. And I kind of get that feeling right here with the World card. It's like you kind of, maybe you have closed the cycle out, but you are also kind of like having these nightmares of like having to go back to something or something like that. With the Tower, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is building something of quality. So it's like, even if something did get reduced down to its foundation, it's like whatever you're rebuilding it much better and stronger. With the Devil, You have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is juggling back and forth energy and stuff like that. So, I feel for some of you, maybe you feel like you have been juggling or you had to juggle a situation, or maybe you feel like you had to, go back and forth between two things. And or maybe someone juggled you, right? And I feel like you are kind of leaving. I also feel this could be a lesson where it's like I said, I don't remember exactly what I said now already, but but on the Tower, it's almost like you were, maybe you are realizing that you stayed in a situation for too long, and maybe there were moments during the relationship or during whatever the situation is where you kind of felt like you should leave, or you felt like something wasn't right and you didn't trust it. So this kind of looks like a pain in the ass. Big learning lesson that you had to go through. But now, in your present position, you have this past love card. So I would definitely be careful with that, right? Of a past lover. It says, in the past lover. You have this home. It says property, real estate, residence. So some of you could be moving. That could be why a person's coming back. Maybe they see that you're moving, or that you're, maybe they feel that you are moving on. And, again, I would definitely be careful of that. It looks to me like there's something much better. I said this to you like 2 weeks ago or something, where I said, I get this feeling of a person where it's like you don't have to be their mother, even if you're a man, right? I don't care. Cancer is known for having to nurture, having to be the mother, right? Karmically, of people that they date. And it's not like you have to, but maybe you just do, right? Maybe you find yourself in that position. And I really get the feeling here that you're attracting a person where you don't, where they are their own mother. They can take care of themselves, right? You have the Nine of Cups, the Empress, and the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is like this or that thinking. So I feel maybe some of you have moments where you think oh, this is as good as it gets, Those are the words that I'm hearing here. And I think this happens to everyone. It's like you go through, you have a series of relationships in life, and you're like, well, maybe this is how relationships are. Maybe this is as good as it gets. But really, I think something that's coming in is as good as it gets. It's like you don't even know what is as good as it gets, right? Is where this reading is going. So something much better is coming in for you here. Because again, the Two of Swords, she's thinking this or that, but there's a third place. There's a third option behind her. There's something much better that she hasn't discovered yet. And so I kind of feel that for you. I kind of feel you're sitting in your power with the Empress. I do feel like you need to kind of embrace your inner strength, your inner power with the Empress, and really nurture it. She is kind of the card of self-care. I love the Empress. She's able to create abundance, but there's something she has to do to be able to do that. She has to take care of herself. She has to practice good self-care. She has to nurture herself and believe that she is worthy and all that other stuff. So again, it doesn't matter what gender you are, but I feel like you need to really kind of take care of yourself at this time, and do something nice for yourself is what I would say as well. Like I said, that's part of self-care. So I would do something nice because it's going to increase your abundance. I would also bathe in the energy of exactly what you want, which I think is hard to do right now for whatever reason. I don't know if there's too much stinking thinking going on, or if people are just having a hard time being positive right now. Even me, right? I literally for years have been forcing myself to think positively about everything that exists, and it's totally changed my life. But even lately, I've noticed I've been having a little bit harder of a time really getting into that positive space, right? And so the Nine of Cups is about bathing in an energy of something that you want and desire, and so you really have to bathe in the energy, and that's what I'd be doing here. But again, I kind of like this because again, this is coming up in your present position. I think things are going really well for you, or will be. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Four of Cups. It's like you don't have something yet. This is the problem, right? It's like the Four of Cups, he's trying to manifest something in his life. He's trying to have something that he wants, but he doesn't have it yet. He's manifested those Four Cups, and he's disappointed because he isn't getting exactly what he wants. And it's funny that you have the Four Cups right next to it right here as well. So I feel like you need to keep practicing your manifestation. The other thing about the Four Cups that I say is that the Four Cups is like he has manifested if he's trying to manifest a cake, he's manifested the flour, the sugar, the eggs, but he needs to mix it all together and pop it in the oven. So it's like he actually has manifested what he wants, but he's manifested the ingredients. So I feel this reading is saying you've manifested the ingredients of something you want, but you have to mix it all together. Now with the Empress, you have the King of Swords. I kind of feel this could be a new person coming in for you. It's like someone very wise, someone could be more mature or older than you is what I'm trying to spit out. Could be a fire sign, air sign. You have air, fire, water. Could be any sign. General reading. I feel like this person's wise, has a lot of wisdom. They could be like a little intimidating as well. So again, you might be interested in a person. I think you know who this person is as well, just looking around here at the reading. This person could also be from a distance as well and could require relocation. I feel like I've said this to you recently, Cancer, like in your last reading as well. But again, I think you know who this person is, and it could be a good person. I'm getting like work, so it could be like a work person. Could also be a boss or a higher up. With the Two of Swords, you have the Five of Cups. Yeah, again, Five of Cups is grieving the loss of something you no longer enjoy. These Three Cups, he needs to turn around and see these Two Cups to get this bridge and this castle. So it basically says that he needs to be grateful for what he does have, and that will kind of improve his life. But like I was saying this whole entire reading, it's almost like you're grieving something that where you're thinking, oh, this is as good as it gets. I think that's what I said. But really, no, it's like what's coming into your life is as good as it gets for you. So it's like you haven't even experienced the best, And I feel this part of kind of like this first part of the reading is really encouraging you not to settle for the past, right? Plain and simple. Next, in the area of your future, you have this envelope card. It says unfolding surprise. You have the scales card. It says justice documents on it. Yes, justice from the universe. So it's almost like the universe is wanting to bring blessings in for you, which Pisces had something very similar. But I feel like there's a surprise in the sense that, again, you're finding something that's better than it gets. you're about to step into a situation that is better than you could have possibly imagined, right? And that's kind of like the energy that I get here. But I do feel it is requiring a complete removal of the past situation. Like, let it burn with the tower. Sometimes I look at the tower as like a forest fire. A forest fire burns down the forest. It looks horrible on the surface, right? There's a lot of death and destruction. But after a forest fire, the forest always grows back like 1,000 times stronger because there was that death and destruction, that renewal, right? And so it's almost like a phoenix rising thing is kind of what I'm getting here. You have the Four Cups and Four Swords. You have the Page of Wands and the Six of Cups. It's weird. You have 444 at the top, by the way, because you have the Four Pentacles there as well. So very interesting. The Four of Cups is, again, trying to manifest something. Four Swords is hoping and praying that you will receive a blessing. We already talked about the Four of Cups. I really don't need to talk about it again. But there's a person right here who's blessing another person in this stained glass window. So I feel that you could be hoping or praying for blessings or to receive certain blessings in your life. And it's like there are blessings coming in for you that you've been hoping and praying for. And so there you go. Like I said, some sort of unfolding surprise. You have the Page of Wands here. Page of Wands is the adventure. Page of Wands is that spark, that initial thought of, I'm going to go on this new journey. I'm going to go try this new restaurant. I'm going to go do this new thing. And then you really surprise yourself with how good it is. So that's what I'm getting here with the Page of Wands. I almost feel the Page of Wands is you. I feel that you're kind of like saying, maybe old Chris is right? Maybe he is right about needing to try something new, or, maybe he is right that things can get better. And so you decide to go on this journey to experience something new or different. And I think you're going to have a lot of fun. You have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is like childlike energy. It is, it's a card of nostalgia, which can be thinking about the past. But again, I think if you think about your past here, really there's a lot of pain connected to it. It's not really, I think that you really didn't get as much as you think. What I will tell you, Cancer, is like this gives me the vibes of overinvesting. It's like sometimes I think, it's like scientifically proven that if you do something for someone, you automatically think that they are more valuable than they actually are. So this is what I believe happens in relationships, and why you've probably done it. I've done it where I've been stuck to a super toxic bad person, right? And it's because I did a lot of stuff for that person, and I think that's what's going on here, right? Is that maybe you were with a person where, if you really think about it, they probably didn't do much at all, and you did everything. But because of that, you're automatically putting that person, above you. You are making that person seem more valuable than they actually were. So I would be careful of the past, but at the same time, I think that there could be something new. Again, to me, Six of Cups comes up when we're attracting a soulmate, and so you could be attracting a soulmate or a person who's going to be really good for you here, and really playful, fun, like something that's fun, something that's nice. Now, with the Four Cups and the Four Swords, you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords, card of curiosity, looking into things. He's looking over at the the Nine of Cups and the Four Cups, which really would represent like looking into what you have manifested up until this point and seeing how you can put those things together, right? And it's like I always say, most people, when they get into a relationship or out of a relationship, what do? They start telling the story of the old relationship. That's why I don't read about exes for the most part. It's like if they show up, I talk about it, but I never will do a reading about going back to your ex. And people always say, you hate exes and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't, you do whatever you want. I don't care. But you are telling the old story. It's like, feel free to do that. Trust, I've been here. I've been the shoulder to cry on for many of people who have come back to me and said, you were right. He cheated on me for the 197th time again. You were right when you said you shouldn't go back to a cheater. I don't know. I don't necessarily enjoy being right in those situations. But again, when you are thinking about an ex, when you're thinking about going back to a past situation, it's like you are telling an old story. And you're telling the story. It's like just look at the comments. So you'll see people who are like, where they say everybody cheats and everything like that. It's like you're telling the story of what you don't want, right? So what you have to do here is you have to tell the story of what you do want. You've experienced what you don't want, but maybe with all those people, even the worst of the worst that I've dated, I can look at some of those people and say, you know what, I really like this about that person. I really like this. And that's what we should be doing. We should be telling that story. Like, I really like this. I really like that. I really like this part and that part. We have to do things differently, right? We have to stop doing what we've been doing for a very long time. With the Page of Wands, you have the Hermit. Yeah, it's like you're stepping out into the world. I actually feel pretty good about this. I feel like you've gone through a dark night of the soul, or you've done some soul searching, and now you're ready to kind of like step out into the world and maybe date some new people or try some new things. With the Six of Cups, you have the Magician. Yep, I feel like you manifested this person right here. Look, he's literally pointing right here. So I feel like you have manifested a new person if you're looking for love, if you're not looking for love, and even if you are, Page of Cups can be your dream. He's holding that fish in that cup, and that fish could just be an idea. It could be a dream that he has, and you could be manifesting that. You can't make this up. I didn't even see this card. It says, surprise. Expect the universe to pleasantly surprise you. That card says unfolding surprise. Everything will be revealed to you in time. Let the plan unfold. Love it. You have this card that says spend more time on spiritual growth. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of surprise coming in for you. It's like the universe wants to surprise you, or the universe is blessing you with a surprise. And I feel it's going to be really good for you. You have the Four of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Again, this is the area of the good stuff. So it's going to be good no matter what. I do feel you could be stabilizing your finances, or you are doing something to stabilize your finances here. And, obviously that's a good thing. So, stable finances. I also feel it could be a move here. You have the World, you have that Home card, you have this card. Fours represent stability. You have 444 here. So, definitely could be a move. You show up here, Queen of Cups. So whenever you show up as yourself, puts you in a position of power and strength, really allows you to get what you want. And then you have the Page of Cups here. Could be a Virgo coming in for you. Could be any sign. Could be it could be a person who has Earth, who is an Earth sign. Could be an Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo. Could be a Capricorn. You have twice here. You have Taurus. You have Virgo. So you have a lot of Earth, and it could also be a water sign as well. But definitely an admirer. Again, I don't look at the Page of Cups as just a water sign. To me, Page of Cups is my general admirer card. So it just represents a general sign, whatever sign being interested in you. But, very dreamy person I'm getting. So, I feel like you're going to be very into this person, and vice versa as well, probably. So let's see what is going on for you here. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands. King of Wands about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want. So I feel that there's like a lot that you could be accomplishing at this time, and I feel you really need to go for it, like whatever it is you want. I also feel you could be attracting a person like this, like a real go-getter type of energy. So it could be a fire sign, but it could be any sign. I think it could just be someone who's like a visionary, who's a real go-getter. With the Queen of Cups, you have the the Ten of Swords. I'm just going to go through all four, and then I'm going to say what the card actually is. But the Ten of Swords, feeling stabbed in the back, obviously this is coming up in the area of the good stuff. So this would tell me that you have healed, or you have fully released something. Because Ten of Swords says something is dead, done, over with, and it's like you're completely moving on. With the Page of Cups, you have the Six of Cups. This is like a best friend energy is what this is. This is like attracting a person where it's like they're not only a lover, but you are like legitimately best friends. So, definitely really good for love. Really good if you already have love in your life as well. Also, again, if you are working on a dream, you could be manifesting your dream at this time. And so really just... I think that it's been a difficult ride for you, Cancer, but it's like you're getting into this time of surprises. So it's like saying, allow the universe to surprise you. We're going to pull 5 main themes. Yeah, you have this optimism card. like I think I said earlier on the Nine of Cups that like even me personally, I've been like I'm super positive, like toxically positive, I would say. And but I also don't care. It's changed my life, right? And it's free to just be, positive about everything and to twist things and make them positive. And what I would say here is that I think that being optimistic is your only option right now. So, but there's like a lot of reasons to be optimistic. Yep, you have this friendship card. I'm telling you right now, I see you starting as friends with a person, or it's more like it gives me a friendship vibe. I think you could, it's like, I don't even think you're just going to only be friends with this person. It's like you could be lovers with a person, but I think there's just more of a friendly vibe between the two of you. It's like a much deeper connection. They're very good for new love if you're attracting new love. Another 4, by the way. You have this choice card. Yeah, choice between the past and the future. Obviously, I would tell the new story, go towards the future. That's where the surprises are, right? Plain and simple. You have this ostentation card. I like this card because it's about being able to see the truth, being able to, look, it can't even focus. This is real, this is fake down here. And so it's about being able to tell the difference between something that's real and fake in your life. So I feel like you've learned how to tell the difference. People, places, things, everything. You have this versatility card. Yeah, I would be as flexible as possible right now. I think we all need to be as flexible as possible. Like last year, or 2 years ago now, almost 2 years ago, we had that eclipse in Taurus. And since that eclipse in Taurus, I've been getting all these messages about needing to be flexible, needing to be versatile. So if like one way to do something doesn't work, just try another way. But yeah, I feel like there's some sort of surprise coming in for you here. So this looks really good. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.